guys, God bless you all. I hope you guys are doing amazing. My name is Michelle Acevedo. Glad to see you guys again today. Today we will be sharing another story of the Bible. I hope you guys like it. And today I want to be sharing with you guys the story of Joseph. I know many of you guys have heard this, but we're gonna hear it again one more time. It's gonna be really fun, and I hope all you guys enjoy. So we're gonna get started with the beginning of the story. So Joseph was a young man around 17 years old, so he was around my age, and he lived in the land of Canaan. His father's name was a man named Jacob. Joseph had 11 brothers, and that is a lot. I can't imagine having 11 brothers. Imagine having 11 brothers to play with and fight with too. That's a lot. And Joseph was actually one of the youngest because he only had one brother that was younger than him. And so since Joseph was one of the youngest, his father Jacob hung out a lot with Jacob, and they spent a lot of time together. And because of this, Joseph became very special to his father. And he became so special to his father that Jacob had a special robe made for Joseph, and it was a beautiful robe. It had all the colors of the rainbow, and it was really beautiful. His brothers saw this and they got super jealous, and because they thought that Jacob loved Joseph more than the other brothers, and they became super jealous because of this. One day Joseph had a dream and told his brothers about it, and this was after Jacob had given Joseph this special robe. And the dream was about how they were all tying bunches of grain in the field, and suddenly Joseph's bunch stood up while his brothers' bunches gathered around him and bowed to his. And Joseph's brothers did not like this. After this dream that Joseph had, he told his brothers about another dream that he had, which was about how the moon, the sun, and the 11 stars bowed down to him. And obviously the dream was talking about how his parents and his brothers would bow down to him, and his brothers did not like this, and they tell him, "Oh, who do you think you are?" And they really did not like this. Here we're gonna see a picture of Joseph's robe. As you can see, it's very, very colorful. It was a very special robe that his father made for him. And right here in the back, you can see how his brothers were jealous of him and were talking about him. So obviously, after Joseph had told his brothers about his two dreams, his brothers just disliked Joseph even more. And Joseph told his father about these dreams that he had, and his father said that they were very weird dreams, and he did not know how to describe them. And then one day when Joseph was with his father Jacob, and Jacob asked Joseph, his son, to go and check on his brothers, and they were far away, so Joseph went to go find them. When Joseph's brothers saw Jacob in the distance, they planned to kill him, but Joseph's older brother heard this and told him they shouldn't kill him. Instead, they should take off his robe and throw him in a well. They all agreed to this and thought it was a good idea, but the real reason why his older brother had said this was because he was planning on coming back and rescuing him from this well. So when Joseph came looking for his brothers attacked him immediately, and they took off his robe and they just threw him in a well. And then once they did it, they saw a group of people passing by, and they were a group of people from Egypt that were selling stuff. So one of his brothers got the idea that they should sell him to the Egyptians, and so they sold him to the Egyptians, to this group of people, and they took off his robe, put blood on it, and then they gave the robe to his father, and had told his father that an animal had killed Joseph. But obviously that wasn't true. Jacob, Joseph's father, was very sad over this, and he mourned his son for many days, and he was very sad over this. So Joseph was a slave for many years, and in these years that he was a slave, he was very sad many times, and although he was very sad, he still had a lot of trust in God, and God was with him at every moment. The Potiphar made Joseph his helper and helped him rule over the land of Egypt. And this just shows how God was with Joseph at every moment, even when he was a slave in Egypt. And then a problem with the Potiphar's wife came up, which was about how his wife lied to his husband about Joseph, and because of this, Joseph was sent to jail. But even in jail, God was with Joseph at every moment, because Joseph just kept on trusting him and trusting what he was doing. And Joseph was in charge of all the prisoners, and that's why that just shows how God was with Joseph at every moment. After Joseph had been in jail for a while, a cupbearer and a baker had a dream and told Joseph about it. They were all in jail, and Joseph said it meant they would be let out of jail soon. And when Joseph heard this, Joseph told them to tell the Pharaoh about him and to help him get out of jail. And eventually, the cupbearer and the baker did get out of jail, but they forgot about what Joseph had said, and they didn't remember. So Joseph was in jail for 2 more years, and 2 years after, they brought Joseph to the Pharaoh, because the Pharaoh had a dream that no one could explain. And by the way, a Pharaoh is the king of Egypt, and so they brought Joseph to the Pharaoh, which is the king of Egypt, and Joseph explained his dream to the Pharaoh. Joseph told the Pharaoh that he had to be careful, because the dream meant that no food was going to be growing for 7 years. So once Joseph told him about his dream, the Pharaoh was very impressed, and because of this, the Pharaoh wanted Joseph to be in charge of the land and help him out and tell him what to do. And so Joseph basically became like the right man of the Pharaoh, and it was something very amazing and very unexpected. So since Joseph had been preparing for this problem that was going to be happening, where they wouldn't have enough food because nothing was going to grow, because Joseph had already known this was going to happen, he had been prepared for it. When it did happen, when the 7 years had come, they had enough grain to feed all the people in Egypt. And this happened in many countries around Egypt. And one of those places in which this happened was in the land of Canaan, which was where Joseph was originally from and where his family was. And many countries came to Egypt to buy grain from them. And this, like I said, this was happening in many places. And one of the people that came to Egypt to buy grain were Joseph's brothers. And once Joseph saw his brothers, he recognized them right away, but his brothers did not recognize him. And after a few meetings with them, Joseph revealed to his brothers that he was Joseph, that he was the brother in which they did all this stuff to. And Joseph told them not to worry, because he had forgiven them, and he told them to bring all his family to Egypt. And so they did, and all of Joseph's family came to Egypt, and they had enough food for everyone, and they lived very happily. And this is just a really amazing thing to happen. We can see a picture of Joseph which he is right here, and his brothers looked very they looked like they felt really bad for what they had done to Joseph. And now Joseph was the Pharaoh's right man, so they were going and asking him for help. And I mean, after everything that his brothers had done to him, his brother expected Joseph to hate him, but Joseph did not do that. Instead, Joseph had forgiven them for everything they had done, and he helped them out, and that's something that's very amazing. So the lessons that we learn in this story is that we always have to trust God no matter what. And we see here that Joseph trusted God in every moment. When he was a slave, when he was in jail, he trusted God, and because of that, God did amazing things, and God helped him and was with him at every moment. We also have to learn that no matter what people do to us, we have to forgive one another and love each other like brothers and sisters. Because as you can see right here, Joseph's brothers did a lot of stuff to him. They sold him as a slave to the Egyptians, and although they had done many stuff to Joseph, Joseph had forgiven them at the end, and that's something we have to learn to do. And let's always remember that God is going to be there for us and taking care of us no matter what. We just like he did with Joseph. And that's the story that I'm sharing with you guys today. I hope you guys liked it and enjoyed it and had learned something amazing from this. I hope you guys do best, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. God bless.